Children need to learn their ABCs and moms need to learn their ABCs. So mamas, welcome to your core ABCs. A is for alignment. That means posture, the way you stand, the way you carry yourself. Now posture is really, really important because your core muscles, they're kind of like divas in that they won't react unless the conditions are optimal. You have to... A is for alignment. Alignment basically means posture, how you stand, how you carry yourself. And this is super important because your core muscles cannot react unless your posture is set up perfectly for them. Muscles are finding like if they're too short or too long, they can't contract fully. So if you're shortening or lengthening your abdominal muscles based on the way that you're standing, it's going to affect their ability to contract. Now, even just standing here with my baby, moms, we have a tendency to do this. You see, like when I do that, look at my stomach, instantly domed. I'm creating pressure, I'm pushing the pressure back because my posture's off because we have this weight on the front carrying our baby. We don't want them to kind of fall out, so we kind of tuck our tailbone under, lean backwards. Immediately it affects my stomach, it makes it dome out. I don't want it to do that. Whereas if I bring my hips back and just stand upright with him, immediately my belly flattens just by posture. There's no load, there's no pressure on it. A cue to get your posture right is you take your perineum, which is the strip of skin between your vagina at the front, your anus at the back. You want your perineum to always be between your ankles, between your two ankle bones. So when I was standing like this, my tailbone tucked under, you see my perineum, if I draw a straight line, it's coming forward in front of my ankles. And another common posture is lots of people, women postpartum, will have a pelvic tilt where we're doing that, and that's forcing my stomach out too. And then again, my perineum, you see the straight line, it's going kind of backwards. So we're going to take that perineum, put it between your ankles. Another cue, headlights facing forward. So you don't want to drop your chest, headlights straight ahead, facing forward. Roll those shoulders back, and you want your ears in line with your shoulders. So instead of thrusting that head forward, bring it back. Your ears in line with your shoulders, in line with your hips, in line with your ankles, perineum between. Posture. And doing floor exercises is the same. You want the bottom of your rib cage right here to be stacked directly on top of your hip bones. So the first thing before beginning any exercise, you need to work on your posture, make sure your posture is set up properly, and then we can move on to the next step. B is for breathing. Now, breathing is so, so important. What a lot of postpartum women don't realize is that the way they're breathing is all out of whack. So when you're breathing, you have to imagine, well, not imagine, what is happening is you're getting content coming into your body. Now, there's a muscle right here. When you inhale, that muscle is called your diaphragm muscle. It contracts, goes down so that your lungs can expand and fill with air. And because that muscle is pushing down, your abs need to come out a little to let that muscle come to contract downwards. Your pelvic floor needs to relax. As you exhale, you're lifting the pressure out, up and out of you. So you begin from your pelvic floor, everything goes down with your inhale, comes up with your exhale. You begin with your pelvic floor, lift your pelvic floor, and a cue to lift that is, you imagine there's a string here, here. As you exhale, tighten that string so it lifts your pelvic floor, and your belly button right here, you're going to pull it up towards your head, in towards your spine as you exhale. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, everything up and in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, contract. C is for coordination. You have to coordinate all of that. Like I was just talking about the breathing, you contract and exhale, contract and relax based on how you're breathing. That's coordination. So when you're doing any exercise, as you're exhaling, you're coordinating your exhale with your core contractions, and you're also coordinating that with the most strenuous part of the movement. So for example, well, the most strenuous part of the movement is when you're moving pretty much against gravity. So from a squat, the most strenuous part of the movement is not going down, it's coming up. So what you're going to do is you inhale at the top to prepare, come down, exhale, contract, all the way up. Coordinate. So we're going to go from A for alignment, B for breathing, and C for coordination.